Hi everyone, I hope you are all keeping well. My name is Mr. Hyde and I'm here to talk to you about the Leaving Certificate subject, Construction Studies. So what is Construction Studies? It is essentially the study of buildings and the built environment. The theoretical part of the course examines all parts of building from the planning stages to the completed building. Here are some of the topics covered within the subject. So as you can see, everything from planning and designing to foundations, to walls, roofs, and everything down then as far as your plumbing and plastering trades are all covered within this course. The exam structure. So at both higher level and ordinary level, there are three separate components. The first one is section A, which is a 3-hour written paper worth 300 marks. The exam consists of 10 questions, out of which 5 have to be attempted. Question 1 is a compulsory drawing question of a building detail. Section B then is a 4-hour practical woodwork exam where the students make a small item out of timber under exam conditions. The exam normally takes place in May of 6th year, and this accounts for 150 marks. Section C is a building project where the student designs and makes their own project. Some examples are a scale model of a building or building detail, a piece of furniture, a model of a historical building, or a model of new technologies within the construction industry. The student will also produce a portfolio to accompany the project that they make. This accounts for a further 150 marks. Here are some examples of the theory and drawing section of section A. And again, this is 50% of your overall exam. So again, here are some examples of drawings you will be required to do using the drawing equipment, and you will also learn about the topics mentioned at the beginning of this presentation. Maybe some of you have watched the TV programs Grand Designs or Room to Improve before, and if you've enjoyed them, there's a good chance that you would enjoy this subject as well. Your day practical then, which is your section B, this is worth 25% of your overall exam. Throughout 5th year and 6th year, you will learn and practice practical skills so that you are prepared for this day practical exam. Those of you that may not have any practical experience beforehand, that again is no problem. We will be learning everything that is required for this practical project throughout our 5th year and 6th year. Section B then is again your project, which is worth 25% of your overall exam. For your project, you'll be able to showcase your skills and knowledge, and you will be able to create a small model or a piece of furniture as seen here in some of these pictures. Who will the subject suit? It is recommended that a student taking Leaving Certificate Construction has a general interest in buildings and the built environment. Each student should enjoy and have an interest for design and practical work. Junior Certificate Woodwork and/or Technical Graphics would be desirable subjects to have taken at Junior Certificate, though not compulsory. Other subjects that would be helpful include art, technology, metalwork, and maths. What type of careers could you potentially look into following or after taking construction studies? So we have architecture, we have building and construction careers and trades, designers, interior designers, carpenters, engineers, technicians, management, housing management, plasterers, electricians, plumbing, quantity surveyors, town planning, teacher, auctioneer, to name just a few. Although sometimes the most important thing is that you will learn lifelong skills and lifelong knowledge as well. What type of equipment is required for the subject? Again, we have a textbook that we refer to. You will also be required to have your own T-square and set squares and scale ruler to do your drawings at home. Now, to look at some of the voices of current students, here we have a 6th-year student, Caitlin, and here is her voice. I enjoy construction studies as the subject involves a practical and theory element. I really like that in 6th year we get to complete a project that can be based on something we've studied in the book. Example, a model of a roof, or it can be a piece of furniture. Example, a coffee table. I think the variety of things you can choose from makes the project work more enjoyable. I also really like that the project you complete along with the practical test consists of 50% of your leaving certificate, which makes the written exam less stressful. Studying construction studies has benefited me as it introduced me to the knowledge and skills involved in construction today. It has also really benefited me as you learn the ins and outs of how a house is built today and how everything has changed and improved. I find it very interesting as there are so many factors involved in the building of a house, and that I have never known that if I didn't study construction. And here's the student voice of Glenn, from a current 5th-year student in construction studies. So his first point is, no matter what job you go into, your main goal for everyone in life is to buy or build a house. In construction studies, you learn about everything that goes into your house. Even if you don't want to progress in the construction industry, having knowledge about making a house will make buying a house understandable, cheaper, and overall easier. Point 2, the Leaving Cert is a material-heavy course. You will find yourself doing a lot of writing and studying. While the same can be said for construction studies, the practical side of things breaks up your week and adds variety to the course. And as third point, for most Leaving Cert subjects, your entire course comes down to a final paper in 6th year. In construction studies, this is not the case. You have a project and a day practical you can gain marks in before the final exam. This eases your mind as everything is not riding on your final paper. So thank you, Glenn, and thank you, Caitlin, for your voice in this subject. So that concludes our presentation here today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I really hope to see many of you next year in the construction studies classroom. Thank you very much.